for trying to reclaim things that were stolen from him? That's ridiculous. And then Judge Glass, I believe, is it Judy Glass? I don't know why I want to say Judy. Maybe it's because of Judge Judy, but I know her last name is Glass. She was the one who got OJ, right? She sentenced OJ. And during the sentencing, she went out of her way to say, this one has nothing to do with retribution. I wouldn't be doing my job, police. It had everything to do with retribution. And I've got clips for you this morning. We may get to those. I've got a clip of Robert Kardashian speaking with Oprah about the drive home when he picked up OJ. If you watch The People versus OJ Simpson, and you remember it was Robert Kardashian who picked up OJ. That must have been difficult. They were all friends. It's all friends. They knew about the domestic abuse. Doesn't look good for OJ. It was deep. Then the world turned on him. All his old places where he was the star, nobody wanted to hear him anymore. That must have been hell on earth for a man who was revered by so many people. White people loved OJ. They loved OJ. He was the juice. He wasn't black. He wasn't white. He was OJ. Okay? He has superseded race in the minds of many white folks until he killed Rhonda Nicole. And his lawyers played the race card. Then it was all downhill, buddy. We don't have no love for you, OJ. It was all downhill. That was deep. Very, very deep. Also, we must talk about Governor Kasich. Did he stick his foot in his mouth? He made some comments about how, sexual assault victims, women who were sexually assaulted on campus, his advice would be that you don't go to parties and drink. That's what I said. Don't go to parties and drink. That's it. That's what the man said. And a lot of people are saying that he's basically like it was insensitive and he's blaming the victim. What do you think about it? I mean, isn't that sound advice for anybody? Not just someone who's a victim of sexual assault, male or female. Watch what you do. You can't get drunk in public places because anything might happen. And he sat down with CNN's Dana Bash, I believe her last name is. And I don't know. She asked the questions. It's cool. She asked the questions. Like I said, you ask the questions, you let people analyze the answers. Okay, you let the audience analyze the answers. But, Casey's got this kind of like arrogance edge to him that kind of irritates the hell out of me. And no matter what question you ask Kasich, okay, I figured out his shtick. This is Kasich's shtick as as a candidate for president. No matter what question you ask him, he's led the charge in Ohio. You ask him any question, I led the charge in Ohio. I sat down with folks and we talked about it. Come on, John. I mean, if you believe John Kasich, we've got zero unemployment in Ohio. Everybody's doing well in Ohio. And that's just not the case. More than half of the adults in Cleveland don't even have a job. They don't even have a job, more than half. Okay, the tax code is tilted toward the very, very rich. I mean, there's numerous issues. And I believe that teachers are still not, 100% over his attempts to break them down. But if you let Kasich, you can ask Kasich any question, and somehow he's going to turn it back into some success that he had in Ohio. And what burns me up about it is the successes that he have in Ohio are Obama's successes. Straight up. Nathan Ivey with you. We'll take a quick pause and come right back right after this.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than four walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer night. It's pajamas with feet and everybody over for Sunday dinner. And that old stuffed chair in the living room you just can't get rid of. This is why you work a second job. This is why you learn to fix things yourself, so you could save on repairs. Because home is your place, your memories, your family sleeping in their own beds at night. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. And now even more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE today. That's 888-995-HOPE. Or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov.
Good night, Mama.
This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
You must have thrown 1,000 pitches teaching him to hit a home run. Spent countless Saturdays running routes so he could learn to hit an open receiver. Endless afternoons teaching him how to hit the three-pointer. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit? Teaching boys that all violence against women is wrong is one of the most important things a man can do. Learn how to start the conversation at teachearly.org. Brought to you by Futures Without Violence and the Ad Council.
Good morning. Welcome back. Nathan Ivey with you. NathanIvey.com. So Friday was the daddy-daughter dance at my daughter's school. And it's our 4th year in a row attending. Now she's in the 5th grade. Her last year at her particular school will be next year. It's been interesting looking back. I spent some time looking at some of the photographs from years past. And this year we did something different. We actually dressed very alike. Like the theme for the daddy-daughter dance was around the world. Okay, around the world. So it's like different cultures, which I like. And we decided to go, obviously, with an African theme. Don't judge me. And if you do, and so I had like a scarf on with an African print. I could have rocked a pocket square. And she had a beautiful dress, and the trim was the same African theme print. And then she had it tied in her hair. I mean, she looked spectacular. And it's just so funny, the evolution of our time together. The very first time we went, she cried. You know how touching that is when you're with your daughter and you're dancing, and she just starts sobbing, "Daddy, I love you." I was like, yeah, I'm on the right track here. Yeah, I love you too, baby. I love you too, little Buddha. And the first time we went, we had to dance to every song. We danced to all the songs, every song, because it was new to her. Now she's older. She's got her own. She's developing her own style and taste in terms of music and dance. She's actually a pretty good dancer. And so now when we go, I have to watch her while she's dancing with her friends. And then when there's a song on that she wants to dance with Daddy, then we dance together. And I got to be careful because, I don't want to be that father who's like always on his phone. I don't want to be that guy. There's like several different types of fathers. It's just an observation. I'm not judging anybody, okay? Don't get all wrinkled up. Oh, I'm that daddy. Nate said I was that kind of father that all he daddy days. No, I didn't. Okay? So you got the father who's like overboard father. Like he's going to dance every dance. He's going to show to everybody, I'm not afraid to dance. He's out there. He's moving. He's all into it. And what I've observed is typically those are the fathers of very, very young children. It's just something about it. When your daughter's like very, very young, you got to go overboard. She wants to dance with every song. Chicken dance. I'm doing the damn chicken dance. Every time. Listen, the only time I do the chicken dance in Cincinnati is when my daughter requested. That's it. To this point, anyway. And then you got the father who, he's just kind of watching. He dances when she wants to. He's kind of there. And then you got the father who's like sitting down, head down with his face in his phone. I don't want to be that dad. I'm not judging anybody, but I don't want to be that dad. Do what you do. I mean, you got your phone. You got to do what you do. But that's not the dad I want to be. And at some point, I kid you not, she's outside with her friends playing. They're like on the monkey bars. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm talking with another dad whose daughter is really, really close to my daughter. And so that means that the parents get a little closer, right? You got to do that kind of thing. And she goes over their house. They haven't come over to our house yet, but, open invitation. The door's always open. And he's like, man, we in trouble, bro. I'm like, I know. Because I'm watching her mature in front of me. Her body is maturing. She's developing right in front of me. And soon she'll be in middle school. And I remember when I was middle school, the things I was thinking about, the things that I was doing, yeah, it is real. But I had a great time. And sometimes you see mothers there's like one or two mothers that are there at the daddy-daughter dance, and you never know the circumstances. Maybe father's not there. Maybe mom is doing what they call double duty. Now, a mother can never be a father. And really, I got a problem with it, actually. I'm not sure if a woman, it's called daddy-daughter dance. It's about male and daughter bonding, period. Am I wrong in saying that? And you don't have a daddy around, you can't go. Is that wrong? You tell me. You don't have no uncles, no cousins. Maybe rent a dad for daddy-daughter dances for little girls who don't have a male figure. I don't know. I just feel like when there's a woman there, I'm like, wait a minute. This is about us. It's daddy-daughter time. We always buy raffle tickets one way or another because it benefits our school. And we never win. But you know what? It's not even about winning. Maybe it is for her. For me, it's just about that anticipation. We look at our tickets together, and she gets her tickets, I get my tickets, right? That is good times, man. Good stuff. Shout out to all the dads out there. And, as a father, it's kind of like, one night a year, you look forward to it on some levels. On some levels, you realize this is your responsibility, right? Black, white, doesn't matter the ethnicity. We're all there with our children. That's all that matters. So shout out to all the dads out there doing duty at the daddy-daughter dance. Don't be that father who's always on the phone. You got to play it off. Some guys don't know how to play it off. Now, am I telling you I never looked at my phone? Yes, I did. But I was creative about it. You got to be creative. You just can't be sitting down with your head down like you're at home on the phone. Do that later, daddy, at the daddy-daughter dance. Now, I don't want to say that you want to ban phones at the daddy-daughter dance, but I'm almost there. But if you do, well, then how will daddies capture the moment? Pictures, photographs, videos, things like that. I'm just telling you. Hey, listen, I'm not judging you, Dad. We went out for ice cream afterward. I'm not a big ice cream person. Went out for ice cream afterward because she wanted to. And again, we went out with some other dads. As we're sitting down, I'm talking with another dad there whose daughter is in the same room as my daughter. Guess what? He listened to the show. Or he listened to the show when I was at my old job. And he's like, man, what are you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm online. Really? So perhaps you might be listening this morning. He's a teacher. And, that's the most interesting thing about this new project is that, we're pulling very good numbers already. And as I keep telling people, the majority of the folks, my audience, my folks who listen to me, don't even know that I'm back on the air. And I get the same question, really, what station? I always get the same answer. The best station ever. NathanIvey.com, my own. So again, hashtag Team NI, just tell one person about the show sometime this week, whether it's on social media, because word of mouth means everything. And that's exactly the way that, we grew the show at my old job. It was word of mouth. One by one, people come across it, people would talk about the show. And, I'm just very, very humbled. I appreciate it. But enough of that. Had a great time at the daddy-daughter dance. She had a great time, and that's the most important thing. But dads, put down the phone. Be creative about it. I like you taking some pictures or something. You can't sit on a wall, okay? You got to get at least 5 or 6 dances in whenever she wants to. That's just how it goes. And, she's 10 now. 10 years from now, we'll be able to look back on these moments. We'll be able to look back at these moments. Daryl writes, Nate, I've been called 3 times to jury duty, and I was never picked up on a jury. Each time I went down there and just sat all day, wasted time. Well, that might be a way they try to weed you out. I've heard that from a lot of folks, primarily African Americans. The same folks who try to claim that race is no factor realize that race is a factor when it comes to the makeup of juries. Something should be done. I'm not really sure what that would be. Get the smart people, get the Doogie Housers, right? Get the great legal minds on that. But again, what I'm saying is, if you don't believe in the power of your vote, if you don't believe in the political system, at the very least, if you live in a county or city or municipality or wherever you live, and you have to register to vote in order to be selected for jury duty, at least do that. At least do that, because you can't complain about the judicial process, You can't complain about the so-called justice system, and you're not willing to do anything other than just complain. Anybody can get a sign.